You know, there is a fundamental silent agreement that keeps most of the population in a state of perpetual maintenance. You were taught to be a participant in an economy that you do not own. You were told that if you follow the rules, work the hours, and save the remnants, the system will eventually reward you with freedom. But if you look at the 0.001%, the true financial elite, you'll realize they are not following that map. In fact, they are operating from an entirely different playbook, one that isn't taught in business schools or found in personal finance bestsellers. While the masses are preoccupied with the price of labor, the elite are preoccupied with the architecture of the system. They don't play the game. They design the rules by which the game is played. The difference between comfort and true multi-generational power isn't a matter of luck or higher intelligence. It is a matter of structural positioning. In today's video, we are deconstructing the 10 unwritten rules of the financial elite, the hidden mechanisms they use to extract value, protect their legacy, and remain untouchable regardless of which way the economic winds blow. Welcome to ALUX, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. The transition from participant to architect. Most people spend their lives perfecting their role as a participant. They become the best engineers, the most reliable managers, or the most dedicated doctors. But in the playbook of the elite, being a participant is a high-risk strategy. If you are a participant, you are a variable in someone else's equation. You can be replaced, optimized, or automated away. The elite focus on becoming the architects. They don't want to be the best worker in the factory. They want to own the intellectual property of the machine itself. An architect understands that the most valuable thing you can own isn't a salary. It's a system that captures the effort of others. While the earner is focused on their own output, the architect is focused on the spread, the difference between the value the system creates and the cost of the labor required to run it. By owning the structure, your income becomes decoupled from your personal time, allowing you to scale your wealth at a rate that is mathematically impossible for any individual earner to match. Number 2. Proximity to the point of issuance. In the world of money, where you stand determines what you see. Most people stand at the end of the line. They receive money after it has traveled through banks, corporations, and payroll systems, by which time its value has already been eroded by inflation and taxes. The financial elite understand a concept called the Cantillon effect. The closer you are to the source of money creation, the more power you have. The elite position themselves near the point of issuance, where capital is first deployed. This means being involved in private equity, venture capital, or large-scale institutional lending. They see capital before the market reacts to it. They get to buy assets at yesterday's prices, using the liquidity of tomorrow. By the time the general public hears about a hot opportunity, the elite have already captured the majority of the upside and are looking for an exit. They don't wait for the news. They are the ones providing the data that becomes the news. Number 3. The alchemy of strategic debt. For the average person, debt is a weight, a monthly obligation that drains their future to pay for their past. But in the playbook of the elite, debt is the ultimate fuel. They don't use debt for consumption, they use it for basis expansion. The elite understand that in a fiat-based economy, debt is technically a short position on the currency. When you borrow millions of dollars at a fixed interest rate to buy an appreciating asset, you are betting that the currency will lose value while the asset gains value. As inflation rises, the real value of what they owe shrinks, while the value of what they own explodes. They effectively use the bank's money to capture 100% of the asset's growth, while only putting a fraction of their own capital at risk. To them, a zero-debt balance sheet isn't a sign of safety, it's a sign of wasted leverage and inefficiency. Number 4. Jurisdictional arbitrage and the sovereign mindset. Most people are geographically locked. They're born in one country, pay taxes in that country, and follow the laws of that country without question. The financial elite, however, view the world as a menu of services. This is called jurisdictional arbitrage. They recognize that different countries are good for different things. One country might be the best place to incorporate a business, another might offer the best physical safety for their family, and a third might provide the most favorable tax treatment for their investments. They treat citizenship and residency as infrastructure, not identity. By diversifying their legal footprint across multiple jurisdictions, they become hard to tax, hard to sue, and hard to control. They aren't tied to the fate of a single government or economy. They have the ultimate exit button that allows them to move their capital and their lives wherever they're treated best. Stratum app midroll. If you're watching this, you've already realized that the traditional path is a slow climb on a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. The gap between where you are and where the elites sit isn't just about the size of the bank account, it's about the quality of the information you have access to. That's why we built the Stratum app. It's designed to be your internal mentor, giving you the high-level psychological frameworks and strategic insights used by the world's top performers. Whether it's mastering the art of negotiation, understanding complex wealth structures, or building the mental resilience required to play at the highest levels, the Stratum app puts a billionaire's circle of experts in your pocket. Download the app at stratum.com/app and scan the QR code on your screen to lock in 25% off your annual membership. It's time to stop consuming and start building. I'll see you on the inside. Now, back to the playbook.